Grand Rising. So I'm excited. It's morning time now. I just finished recording about 4 hours ago or so, and I'm watching it back, so I can timestamp and stuff like that, and do what I need to do before my day gets ahead of me, right? And I had an epiphany. So I was like, oh, wonderful, because I kept hearing. Am I here? I'm sorry. Just in case, because I woke up like this. So, excuse the mess. Whatever. My happy mess. Okay. So, it's like keep seeing that piece. Okay. Okay. Hi. Hi, welcome. Welcome. If you are returning, welcome. Hi, hit the thumbs up buttons. Okay. Thank you. Alright, show some damn engagement. I don't know. I used to say it nice before. Let me try mean. Hit that thumbs up, yo. Okay. We can try that. But anyways, if you're new here, welcome. Okay, this is not a one-way channel. This is a multi-dimensional channel. What does that mean? Is that this is unscripted. You know what I mean? But it's evolutionary. It's evolutionary in every kind of cosmic quantum way that is going to reign supreme on all of our lands. The more that you step into the sacred space being created, this is not up for subject nor debate. It's just an elevation of evolution that happens here, and accept no substitutions. And so it's pretty cool because it's a revolution, and it's my own too that is happening here for me. And it's just like, okay, this is whatever. So I kept highlighting in last night's video. That's almost three freaking hours. I went slow, so I got some sleep. So now I can go on my, I can go fast. I got some rest and stuff like that. So, yeah, I was up from like 5 until 3 or 4 when I finished. What are you doing, Papito? Any helps? Come here. Come here, my young woman. Hold on a second. So, what was I saying? I did a lot of that too, but that's always. If you watch the evolution of my own YouTube channel, I was not allowed to delete. So all the videos are up from like 2016. You'll see the evolution of my comfortability on camera as well. Like you'll see that it's it's just the way that it is, right? And so throughout the journey, no matter what state I be in, I'm like, what was I saying? I didn't take you to a teacher. What was I saying? Duh. So, yeah, I allowed the slow articulation of recording, which is typically not comfortable for me because I usually do everything in speed mode zone, right? With no regard to any other human speed, right? People like slow down. I'm like, no, we must go through. And they're like, damn. And I'm like, fast. I used to run track. You think about the dynamics of things you have been naturally drawn to or do well and things like that, like running. Runner, chaser, dynamic in psychology, runner. It's just part of my quirky development. Like a man will hit on me and I'm like, can you pass the sugar? I don't even take in sugar. I actually get a Z. Yeah. You learning with me. I crack myself up. And then the ones that are not flirting with think I'm flirting with them, I'm like, no, this is just my personality. But the ones that catch me and they're like, I'm like a mute. I'll say something so retarded, so off, like the things I've said. Let me stop. Anyway, welcome. Good rising. Welcome to Evolution. So to you on a Google stick. That will shove right up your ass if you be not nice to me. That's where I'm at in my evolution. Take no shit. Don't do no shit that be no shit. And even when you do no shit that be no shit, that's on you. But you know, whatever. Anyways, I guess, you know, whatever. A piece of baby hairs. What was I saying? So yeah, I was watching back and I allowed for the articulation to be slow fed at a slower space that is allowing this leveling of evolution within me to communicate effectively, much more effectively and intelligibly. To, as opposed to Babbles, which is what created all of this. Enchanting Babble. My cryptic poetry. Let's go back to the beginning. Right? And so the land of Babel, where they were split and sent in every which way direction, right? With different native tongues and communications in order to distort their communication, in order to teach them something grander than what was external from them. I must learn how to communicate with me first, right? That makes all the rest of the communications much more simpler when I tend to my own communications. That way I keep my communications, and if me no know me communications, me no communicate. You know, simple, right? Simple, practical magic, right? That's what we do here, you know. Yes, I'm highly creative, imaginative, and all theatrical, dramatic, and all in spiritualism and fantasy and manifesting and universal law and all this kind of magical creation, evolution, and cosmic like uplift of mindset and energy, frequency, vibration. Yeah, I'm all for that, but I too need it very simplified and practical, where it resonates for me in a practical, usable way that I can make this my applied practice that is my science, which then creates the alchemical equations that are matching energies, frequencies, and vibrations together that infuse harmoniously instead of not so harmoniously, you know? Right? So, going back to the beginning, right? I had to really scale back, and I was saying this in last night's video because I'm highly sensitive, but I can't keep projecting that out, like make that my excuse for my shift in my mood or my focus in my mind. Just because I'm sensitive to the energies external from me, what I'm supposed to let that swallow up me whole and then be what, all miserable or in my feels about something that's outside of me for real, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, I gotta deal with this shit. No, right? Don't do that. That's sulking energies too that are not yours, but you're taking it in, right? So we want to go in for our cosmic wins, which was the creation of this channel. Go back to the beginning. It's just so funny. I'm watching it back and I'm like, oh, I lost my way. Oh, no wonder is a little confusing right now because I got a little bit off my path. I had to scale it back to really get sense and sensibility within my own inner being, understand, overstand, so I could comprehend this introspective reflect that is going to be here for me to align majestically, beautifully in this alchemy of deliverance. Yeah, okay. Deliverance. Okay. So, in this leveling of evolution, the human and the channel are friends. We're getting to know each other. And this has been going on for a while, guys. There was resistance there. I want to say 2+ years or more. I have no concept of time, but this has been going on for a while. Okay, so just understand I have that horse-like quality and the dormant sides of me that are activated now in this cycling state of my own astrological evolution that is an influencer in some kind of degree or way. But you know, the whole of me is the evolution of me that moves, you see, not the pieces of me acting apart from the whole of me. No pieces of myself, and any new piece that is brought up into my awareness and identified allows me to find where that piece fits in this whole, instead of letting that piece ruin the whole that we worked on, right? I've worked on. Let this piece come out of left field, be like, hello, I want to wreak havoc on all that you worked for because you found this one piece that was missing, that went undetected, unhealed, or that was traumatic. Deal with it now. And no, you got to this point of evolution within yourself that has allowed you to be in this healthy, wealthy, stealthier space to be able to better handle what you may have suppressed at one moment or time that might be coming up now. Not for you to relive, not for you to be in, not for you to vibrate in, but for you to now finally, in a healthier state of being, address these things that come up. Because if not, it's going to cycle about into your atmosphere, stratosphere, energy sphere, ether, fields, your life experiences, and the people that you meet and have whatever you have with them, like, you know what I mean, it's going to show itself in all these different kind of composites and ways, and that's just the life, right? So as a master alchemist, right, mastering your alchemy, right, that requires you to learn your magic, learn your chords, learn your energy, learn your frequency, learn your vibration. And that's by understanding yourself the best that you can with the leveling of consciousness that you are currently on. You can't be mad at yourself for a leveling of consciousness that you're not on at a current now. Later on, we're like, why didn't I figure this out before? Because you weren't there before, you know? So you're here now. And so what was I saying? A lot of stuff I already started happening. Right. So yeah, so the channel and the human are commingling. Ah, shoot. I have to answer this. So lots of time has passed in between, but I had to take that call. And I don't know what I was talking about. Channeler, human, commingling. Last night I slowed things down a bit because they're commingling, and it's no longer a rush through because I'm more comfortable in my own space, right? And so, yeah. Why are you being a stalker? right? So right, so slowing it down right now too. So I dum, 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 dum. Ay, ay, ay. When I started creating this YouTube channel, it was that evolution. And yeah, I used tarot, yeah, I used oracles and all this kind of stuff, but it was mostly babbles. It's so easy to get caught up in what's happening around us that you lose sight of your own path, your own vision, and you start adapting to your environment and behaving like your environment. And sometimes in that, when you realize, holy shit, hold on, what is me here? What is really me here? Right? It's good to go into hermit mode. Right? I have strong Virgo. Richard, he's sorry. Yeah. What was I saying? Right, so evolution. This channel is about evolution. I forgot what this channel is about. Back to the beginning. So I'm excited. I didn't know that I forgot what this channel was about. Even though I do things unscripted and free flow, freestyle. I've always been a freestyle artist. I love freestyle music. I was raised on that, right? Wait. So, welcome to Enchanting, your evolutionary channel. Excitement. Excitement brews. Excitement brews. You do what you want. There's times to adjust failure and your feelings about it. What triggers you about that thought, that word, that I don't want to talk about that. Right? Right? What fear is triggered in failure? Because a lot of that has to be put to death. Because a lot of that is imagery projected from the environment. This idea of failure. Mind you, our own domain is a field of discovery, infinite discovery, that only knows failure if it chooses to feel failure and invite it in as a part of one's own experience. Doesn't mean things don't fail. It's a matter of perception, right? I can say a lot of things have failed, and you can speak of it like that, and it shouldn't bother you to speak of it like that, right? There were many things that I try and I do that don't work. And if I can sit there and pick it apart and say, well, I failed at that. I failed at that too. Oh, I failed at that too. That'll be just one energy, frequency, vibration of a failure. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Vibrating energy and frequency everywhere. With that kind of energy hanging out externally on the superficial, most superficial layer, right? So it's addressing these things too in your life. Listening to your own intuition, going in that abundance. Those pomegranate seeds of abundance. I see pomegranate. See it here too. It's like the pomegranate. Is that what that is? I think so. Okay, the perseverance of you. It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience. All of it. So stop labeling it, but use what we call as a label to identify where you are, to understand it best for where you are, so that you can understand your understand for your overstand. It's the evolutionary channel. Message came up last night. Something's coming in. Something's coming in. And it's gonna bring about some kind of balance, some kind of bond, some kind of seed, some kind of travel, right? So here we are, some kind of gift being offered here in this message of life, gifting sight, vision so bright, the balancing act of these gifts that are received through the alchemy of the abundance that is you, that is me, that is we, that is I, that is a gift. And we travel through these multidimensional lines as we bond together this mind, body, heart, and soul molecular upgrade. What can I say? Evolution works that way, right? Yeah. It works that way, and you must protect that on which you work on. Let the snake that is you shed. Snakes are not so bad. They teach us one important component to evolution, revolution, regeneration. They shed. They shed to get new skin. You're shedding and you're getting new skin. And so you're like the channel and the human getting to know one another. What does your new skin feel like, taste like, look like? What is your voice? What does your voice sound like? It's time for you to illuminate and release any kind of thing about failure that you have in your mind about yourself that is just false imagery due to your conditioning, because there's much achievement here. There's so much to be grateful for, and if you can't find something to be grateful for, you should be ashamed of yourself. I don't tell people to be ashamed of themselves because I'm an advocate for don't feel shame. But seriously, if you can't find one thing to be grateful about, you're an ungrateful brat. Right? It's healing. Right? Your intuition, your relationship with your intuition, your new skin. It's getting to know yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're in your alchemy at this time. You're operating in wisdom, right? For this moment in time, for your wealth, health, self. This is here. Abundance is here. It's a gift for you, my dear. It's time for you to recognize it. The abundance. Okay? Letting go of whatever perceived failure you think sustains you. It don't sustain you. It keeps you back from the abundance, the infinite abundance that is you. If you hung up on something, that's a clue. That thing you're hung up on got you in a grip so tight. Can you even breathe? Right? Release that which does not serve you. Release all that is toxic. Right? I recalibrate to my inner truth. In my inner truth, I know that that is my authentic way. And so I get into my groove, my alignment of understanding my environment. Anything that does not serve me, I release. Even if I don't know how to release the toxic that is within me, I confess, I release this toxicity that's within me, and I know that I am divinely led, guided, and protected, and I know without a shadow of any doubt that because I am addressing the situation, it shall be victorious. In finding a solution, that is my resolution, that is my evolution. I release all control of thinking I know what it looks like when I don't. But I know what it will look like when I see. Oh, clear identification tags. You know what I mean? Open to receive the messages that are coming in. Sorry, guys. Hey, it's Monday. Listen, just because I'm doing this, that doesn't mean nothing stops. You know, that's the constant continuum of life, right? This flow. That's the thing. I forgot to write it down, right? But okay, so I grabbed these. I'm gonna pretty much cards from here and it right there. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. Right. Right. And it goes with the stuff I was talking from last night's video to even now. Everybody's leveling of consciousness and evolution is on their own level of consciousness and evolution. Right? So wherever you are will reveal to you your leveling of handling of any and all situations. So if you tend to be more reactive to your situations and experiences, then caution is warranted. Okay? Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further, before acting, before reacting, before activating. Because when you react, you activate. So if you can understand it from that intellectual perspective, hey, I don't want to activate my aggravate in a wrong, unhealthy, not pleasing kind of way. Let me at least choose that. Because when you know better, you do better, right? It's either you want to do it or you don't. But then don't fake the funk when you're later on wondering and scratching your head in your ass and you're like, what's going on here? It's because you chose to activate the aggravate as opposed to controlling yourself. It's easier to react, easier to pop off. It's easier to be upset about something than to fix it with resolution, not combativeness either, right? So question is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. And that's going to take active measures of you activating these things within yourself without a coach, without someone to tell you what to do, right? Without having to be, told what to do. That's what I'd be told what to do. Yeah, have fun with that too. I'll tell you what to do. But you better do it. Woo! Okay, so Archangel Uriel, your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Right? So releasing things that do not serve you, these toxic energies, these toxic feelings. What makes it toxic? When you're not feeling good about it. Oh, but what about people that are in mourning and all this kind of stuff? When does that become toxic? Stop judging a person's mourning cycle. But if you're sitting in rage, anger, like these horrible feelings that don't make you feel good, thoughts, right? That should be released. And if you can establish with yourself prior to getting into that space of a place ahead of time, that hey, the next time toxic wants to visit my mind, my heart, my actions, what resolution did I come up with ahead of time that was going to save me in these moments from not repeating the same cycle of bullshit that I keep dishing out to myself because I don't control my reaction and my activation. Right? So like for me, for instance, when a challenge with another external for me would come up, my go-to question immediately whenever I am triggered in a, let's say, public setting or something in my mind, it's not like I have to have this conversation out loud. It's with myself. It's my inner peace, my inner stance, my inner placement, my inner power and power, right? My go-to question is, what do you want from all of this? And my answer is very simple. Peace. And this is coming from someone that has been rather combative, defensive, and argumentative in her own way. That always got something to say. That has been something people have said to me. You always have something to say. Damn mother fudging straight. I started to become amused by the things I stopped and didn't say. And I would giggle to myself and like, I'm funny. So, finding my own levelings of amusement with things I don't say that are funny to me, right? May not be funny to other people, but it's funny to me. But I'm my own comedian, right? And so I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith, right? And, you know, I see money there and abundance in that kind of way, but part of the conditioning has this focus on money as abundance only. And granted, the currency flow, if you are abundant, this you'll be able to know with the things that you show and are able to do more of. Get out of here. More of, right? That, no, you want to go up there, not right now. Right? That you want more of. What's that saying? Distractions. Shiva. Right? Right, money. Oh. Cool. Yeah, you start like getting it more better into the practice of understanding your position with understanding abundance and how infinite it really is. When you can start seeing abundance everywhere in everything, how quickly your energy, frequency, and vibration shift and grow into infinite potential for you in the abundance department, right? So it's shifting your focus, it's shifting your mindset, is shifting your reality through your taking reins of your reins, right? You're the chartier, you're the pilot, you are the rider of your horse, right? And so you are creating for yourself with what you're commingling with your reality. Even if what you're commingling with comes from something outside of you, how you react to that commingle will determine every piece of your future painted on the canvas of life that you're creating, whether you're conscious of it or not, right? So how do you get yourself to chill the fuck out? You gotta chill the fuck out. Hum. Humming saves lives. Sing. Singing saves lives. Dance. Dancing saves lives. Stretch. Stretching saves lives. Run. Running saves lives. Exercise. Exercising saves lives. Create something, anything that you like to do that saves lives. When you feel stuck in something, move. When you feel stuck in something, move. When you feel stuck in something, move. Symbolic. So that you can start creating the atmospheric support that you seek. Right? Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. You deserve the best, okay? Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires and don't compromise. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. Victory. Your desires coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. Beautiful. I like that. Right? I am victorious because I know that I'm in an alignment with my divine path. It feels right for me. I love to discover, uncover, recover, recalibrate, regenerate, infuse, inspire, motivate, create. I love to do the things that I love, and I love to awaken to my infinite potential of waking up to more things that I love that I may have been aware of or I may have never known until now. I am proud of myself. Wow. The more and more I tap into my inner dialogue, the more and more I am better able to communicate actively, activating the very things that are in alignment to my truth so that I can make this my manifest reality based on my creative abilities to create for myself, which is a co-creation, a commingling with other energies that are outside of myself, but first I must tend to what is within. And I love to do this. I love to awaken to my own potential, to understand myself better, to understand myself better, because I know that when I do, I'm better able to operate on the external superficial layers of this 3D perceived reality that I'm here on. I know that it's a lot for the human in me to grasp, but I know that one step by step I take is one step by step closer I am to just accepting myself as the whole being of infinite potential that I am, and know that even I am still getting to know myself. And this exciting discovery is exciting for me to be on because this is my sovereignty. This is my sacred center of evolution, of computation, of intel. This is the closest avenue of dialogue I have to source, creation, creator, which I am an extension of, in all its beautiful glory. Yeah, these are affirmations that I share with you, that I freestyle to in my poetry too, for you to activate within yourself, for you to hear to, for you to receive. These are seeds that are planted here in this sacred healing space. Whether you like it or not, whether you're conscious of it or not, whether you retain it or not, the seed is there, the breed is there, the healing is there, the energy is there, the frequency is there, the vibration is there. So handle with care. I'm not a recruiter, nor do I want to be. That's too much responsibility. And I'm a lone wolf in that department. I need my alone space. Maybe some of you need that alone space too, or maybe you haven't honored that in yourself. To give yourself the alone space without feeling bad in your alone space, or like lonely in your alone space. So you'd be like, I'm always alone. But how do you feel when you're alone? You should feel great in your own company. You shouldn't feel bored in your own company. You shouldn't be letting your mind wander free and chaotic for you in your own company. You shouldn't be thinking about others that you're not in their company, wondering what other people are doing without you in their company. That's not good company with yourself, right? Grace and Antoinette, to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. See your conditioned point of view with compassion. You have been conditioned into this environment to retain certain levelings of information that, one, are not yours. Two, to extract what is not yours from that which has always been given to you is rather challenging, daunting, and tedious, if you're looking at it from that perspective. But it's a process for your progress. Random page turner from my book, The Darker Nightlight of My Soul. Turn to any random page. It's a lover's oracle message of evolution just for you, wherever you are too. This is, whatever. Either way, it's entertainment for your entertainment, okay? Yeah, so random page turner. I gotta go. This is art. It is in these parts my well of gifts do exist. Inside each and every one of us, if only we dare to leap more often and dive well into our wells of delightful discovery, the things we could and would uncover, discover, undercover lovers, hungry for more. We all should inquire some more, hungry for more, mind blown. All these parts playing a part for some bigger part that plays a part in the entire part, form, life, structure of every whole for our whole. Cosmic whole creator contributing my share, twirling my hair, uncovering what is there. This world is a fair, hungry bear. Care Bear stares down into town, loss of gravity, may peace be with you and also with you. Removal of pollutions all around. Over here, energetic whiplash all around our multidimensional universe. Flames combust. Soul elevators, braver, greater, all consuming. Cosmic whole contribute and share contributing my share of love so rare. So rare. In servicing our entire whole with my peace, finding peace. Small pieces build my whole with gratitude. Sharing equals caring. Twisted journey and absolute adventure. Wholeheartedly I surrender. As my soul's lover bites into my soul, I am met with unification. I come undone. Journey deepest with me as part of love's undressing. Woo! Shake it off. Okay. Welcome to Love's sheer clarity filling madness. Cosmic orgasmic. Love is magic. I am met with each piece of a piece of a piece that makes up this part to this bigger piece, forming this whole, all being scrolled onto these pages. Journey with me as love rips me open, forcing me to feel love's rapture engulfs me, unbeknownst to myself of its build-up starvation. Love leaves me to die, and as I die, I quench for its thirst. Death grip struggles of our souls. We're just talking about the death grip. I am reborn. The beginning. Did I say we'll go back to the beginning? I am reborn. I've built up starvation, and as love leaves me to die and quench for its thirst, I am reborn. Love bites into my soul. This lover's crusade that I am currently on has in every way knocked me off my feet, feeling love's heat. In love, I remembers how to fly. Straight into the land of Oz. while dancing inside of Wonderland. She takes refuge inside of Looney Tunes. You must understand that what is hidden from you does not necessarily imply any less than truth. It can happen to you. Perception is our cue. With poetry and art, there is news. These enchanting pages of sages of forbids on love. Now bold, being sold, finally spoken out loud. Anyways, come here, Pocket. I'm gonna check crazy. That's my books. Lover's Oracle. Turn down your own page. See what is for you at this moment in time. You can read it from front to back too. People have done that and then use it daily just for random page turner inspiration. I've had many questions about the dialogue and the story, you know, because everybody's going to be in whatever placement that they are when they're reading the book too, or reading the poetry and stuff like that. So some people want to get in my head, what am I talking about? Who am I talking about? Is this a person? What is going on here? Did this really happen? Mind your business. Read it and let it resonate how it will for you. That's what it is. Yeah, so thank you so much for the added inspiration, because after watching back last night's video, I was brought back to the beginning of these evolutionary tales that are here as time capsules of divine guidance being shared and articulated in a way that's colorful. But if you're there in the leveling of evolution, then you get it. And I'm so excited that you're here. And to everyone else, keep playing it back to as much often as you feel guided to play it back. There's always going to be mana in it for all of us, even me. When I play this back, there's something in here for me too. But yeah, okay. All right. Love and alchemy to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. I currently have a giveaway going on right now. It's an extra Jane Austen tarot deck that I have found in the midst of my moving and settling in as I unload a lot of boxes. I have two. I only need one. So I'm giving one away, and I thank everyone for their participation thus far. If you want to participate, that is still going on, so you can go over there at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. All you have to do is like the post, follow me, comment on it as well, tag a friend if you want, or share it as well. Either way, that'll have you entered in the free giveaway to receive one of my extra Jane Austen tarot decks that I have. That is awesome. Also, I have the book club with Manifestation Maven and I think we are going on week 11. We have not set a date, or is it week 10? It's one of those. So it's a free live book club where we do pull cards live, and it is free to join. It's free to participate, which is really cool. We had last week a giveaway there too, where we announced a winner live and gave a free live reading to the winner that was announced during the live. We might do that again because that was kind of fun, and it's holiday season, right? Get into the spirit of giving, even though I have no sense of time, and I just got told that supposedly Thanksgiving is this week or something like that. Right? I clearly don't celebrate. I'm like, oh, okay, it's Thanksgiving holiday. Oh, okay. A lot of people are closing things. I have people calling, like, telling me the end of their work week this week, so we had to coordinate other different schedules for this holiday week. So that's the only reason why I'm even informed about that. Yeah, so yeah, whatever. And yeah, and then, you know, there is a master link that I share. On that master link that I share, it has every single link for you and I to further connect on in every kind of multidimensional way. Like, you know, I do offer loads of free content on different pages, platform stages, along with services, merchandise that I create, one of a kind, handcrafted goods, and all that kind of stuff, and my teas and stuff like that. So there's that, and there's services, and there's free shit, you know. So see what you like. Connect with me there, because that has every single link over there. Stop it. It has every single link over there, even my book link. If you're interested. I also have this cool new like tip the witch jar, along with, you know, there's other stuff there. You know, people leave donations. I have my PO box. I have Zelle. I have Cash App. I have all those kind of things. But you know, it's cool to offer different stuff. So I really like the witch tip jar because it's just really cool. So I made a witch tip jar. You know, it's not mandatory, but it's kind and it's nice, and may it be reciprocated tenfold to you. You know, everything that I do receive allows me to continue to do the things that I do on a multidimensional plane of existence as I do what I do. You know, like the energizer running too. Like, you know, I do need rest as well, and I need to survive. You know, I do have a family I take care of, and my animals, and all the things that I do on a regular basis and stuff like that to hold down my own fort. We each are holding down our own fort. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm just very thankful, grateful for the ability to be able to be gifted so many different opportunities of availability of different ways I can, you know, receive, you know, and the levelings of much more, much more I'm able to get done now with such clarity and alignment and alchemy that allows me to be much more structured and organized and doing certain things that maybe previously, once upon a time ago, I was nowhere near. You know, so I'm just very grateful and thankful for all of those kind of things. So everything helps, right? And not living in, like, you know, like the glamorous lifestyle or anything like that, but like, you know, I am grateful for what I do have, and I'm grateful for what I work for, and I'm grateful for what I am building, right? And so to be in that state of abundance revolution, right, to know that, you know, everything that you are working for, on, and doing is working for you because you're working on it, doing, and that's it. It's growing, period. Right? If you're working on it, it's growing. What it evolves into in its full state of being, now that's left for evolution to decide based off of you, though. You know what I mean? I'm beginning to see that too. There could be a lot of things that I start that its end doesn't look like the way, or it doesn't even look like the picture of what I first started. But because I started something, it evolved into something that it became, which was in much more alignment with me. But I had to start the journey. I had to start the process. I had to start the steps. I had to take the steps. I had to learn through every single different environment. Why is this here? What is it I'm learning here? What is it that I'm creating here? What is it that I'm doing here? How is this functioning? How is this working for me? Right? So it's getting into those kind of alignments of things instead of beating yourself up about certain kind of experiences, certain kind of realities, right? Like sometimes you, like, it's just like me when I was younger and I didn't have tools that I felt like I needed, and I would cry, like, I want to be able to do certain kind of things, but I don't have these tools, right? Spirit met with me. My mom already had died at that point. I wanted certain kind of things, and so, like, I had to stop it. I had to sometimes I'm crazy. I had to learn to transmute toxic feelings that were coming up based off of a perception and a thought that was not of my best interest, that was not healthy for me, that was not serving me anything. It didn't change the reality of that, but it changed the reality of that. Right? So, you know, it's a learning channel. I'm learning too. I'm learning too. Trust me, I'm learning too. You're learning. I'm just a conduit. So, stop it. Stop it. But yeah, so yeah, no, what's up? I'm just like a mess. I got other shit to do. I have to get up at 8. So I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for the evolution of this journey to get me back into the beginning spaces of the originator vision before I got swept away from the tsunami effects of the energies around me, where I lost track of what I was doing here on YouTube. Right? Stop it! Evolution. If you're not with evolution, this channel's not for you. If you're about only just gossip and superficialities and love, birds. Well, yeah, I talk about that too. I do all that kind of stuff, but it's not the things that take precedence here. It never has. Yeah, I might babble and have my poetry and do all that kind of various kind of stuff, but it's about evolution and the practical magic to that evolution that is being conveyed, articulated, drawn out, shared, recorded, scribed, documented into the collective, or whenever the collective. It's all instantaneous, it's all simultaneous, it's all infusion at its most potent as fuck now, right? Moment, because that's what it is, and it's dependent on the delivery of the energy of the deliverer. Will determine a lot of other kind of things too, right? So it's what is your no power? KNOW. What you know is powerful. So make sure what you are knowing is helpful to you in every abundant, prosperous creation kind of way. And if it's not, cut the shit off and go to its contrast, its opposite feeling, how you really want to feel, and start building from there. Unless you just want to cry over spilled milk, then you're not about evolution, if that is the case. And please, I am not talking about mourning. The last thing I will ever be is insensitive to mourning. Part of my tragic story growing up was that I was always in mourning. I felt like a sad kid that made everybody joyful, but was sad inside. Right? So don't tell me anything about how can I be insensitive or lack thereof compassion to anybody's mourning cycle. I'm going through a mourning cycle. I lost a dear friend. But I'm not in the same mourning cycle of toxicities I may have once upon a time ago been in. Gone too far in my stage of own development of evolution to go there. Doesn't take away from having to heal or reset, recalibrate, mourn, right? Just because you're not doing it like everybody else doesn't mean it's not getting done. Just because I was a sad kid didn't mean I was outside crying every day. Right? And that's strong Pisces moon in my chart. Okay, hold on. You could get hung up about the injustice, or you could be justice. That's the fork. But you first gotta find your peace. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited to be back with evolution and applying it practically in our lives. Yeah. Well, let's pass now. One card, just one card. Una carta. Eight of Cups. I'm going to read it from here. It's a different depiction, right? Leave takings, disillusionment, transitions. Time to move on. What were we just talking about? Time to move on. Need for more substance in life, whether that be more satisfying relationships or a more authentic way of life. Right? And if it's reversed, I'm going to read it both ways. Lingering too long in a difficult or superficial situation. Uncertainty about a relationship, whether to stay or to leave. Doubt. So, right? And it's going through too, like the plagues of our own kind of mind about what it is that we want for ourselves at this time. Even letting go of that. Right? You can come from a traumatic upbringing experience, right? And trust might be an issue in your now moments because you've been up until this point disappointed in many kind of different avenues of life that is kind of challenging to accept trusting a new situation without having your own red flags show itself, without having that devil sitting on your shoulder saying and starting some shit. And then let's not forget about the surrounding environment, which will support that toxic. So you think it's more confirmation. And meanwhile, it's just your environment, confirming your environment, right? So it's walking away from that which does not serve you, whether it be mentally, emotionally, or in an actual relationship with somebody that doesn't serve your highest good. Walking away from people, places, or things that do not serve you in your now evolutionary development. Somebody might be hurt by your walking away. There's a male right here. But maybe that's his karma. I don't speak gender specifics, even though I say he, she, me, I, and all that kind of they, we, blah, blah, blah. Take it how it fits for you. I'm not going to go change my whole entire conditioned language to accommodate like exactitudes of like scripts that people want to strongly implement as their stance and certain kind of things. Like, I'm not insulting anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't go there. Like, seriously. So when I say she, he, this could be he, she, if you want to reverse it. Like, I don't care. I'm going to speak it how I see it comfortably. So, and you take with that however you want to, if it does apply. And don't make what doesn't apply just because you want to make it apply. Right? Sometimes it's just his story with a parable of evolution for you. Right? So 8 of Cups. But like, even when I'm looking at this dude, like, and the ships are coming in, right? So there's something more out there coming in for you once you let go of what that does not serve you, right? And don't go thinking, because you like here, so somebody might be in a relationship and you're like, what do you mean I gotta let go of my lover? Be great. Nobody's talking to you then. but there might be certain mindsets and ways of thinking and ways of doing things that needs to be let go, because there's some shit coming in for you that's emotionally fulfilling. It can be emotionally fulfilling, but you gotta let go of whatever that which does not serve you from before. Whether it's a hurt, whether it's a mindset, whether it's a pain, whether it's a trauma, whether it's something, you have to let it go. And you can look at this from a divine masculine, divine feminine energy, which exists within each and every one of us. We each have divine masculine, divine feminine energies existing inside of us. This can be learning to find the peace between the divine masculine and divine feminine existing within you, to get the masculine energy hip with the shit, to make the move, to get up and take the action. Because yin is feeling, right? The feminine energy is to feel, the masculine energy is to act. So getting those cooperative components existing within you cooperative with each other, because that ship is here. And it might be, even for a woman, like let's say you're in a couple and you're the more spiritual one, that might be in the spiritual path, you having to choose to leave behind their step right now and catch your ship. And if they're meant to be with you on the journey, then they will be, and you have to trust that. I know that you can have a partner and you want to be on the same leveling of steps, but that's not fair, nor is it right to impose such a expectation on anybody, when each of us are our own rightful evolutionary journey, and that's different for everybody. Even if you're coupled, even if you're harmonious, even if you're with a soulmate, even if you're with that, for you to expect that person to be on the same fucking page with you every single time is not cool. That's toxic. It's to be able to be on different pages and be so healthily in your communication and path that you found a cooperative partner, life partner, or person partner at that moment in time, that even in your differences you find resolution. That's healthy. Co-creating with your partner, even if it's from a different space. So it's like, hey hun, I know that you're still here in this process, but I'm here in mine. And so together we create this whole bigger thing. Just know I'm here for you, but I'm moving a little bit more ahead in my spiritual path. Let's say it's a spiritual thing. It is, but I can't wait for you. Be there like no. Yeah. Okay? When you want to grow up, you come meet me over there. I'm going to be in that boat over there, but you got to swim. Okay? I'm going to go swim now, okay? Because the boat can't leave me. Wisdom. What does that say? These are new, so I'm going to be reading them from the Shariar. Wisdom, 2. Intuition, like High Priestess or something, like fertility, the Empress. Oh no, it's wisdom. The High Priestess, yeah. The Lovers, Shahrazad and Shahriar. I don't know how to say it. Keywords: knowledge, education, enlightenment. Over the course of 1,001 nights, Shahrazad, the wise bride of the king Shahriar, tells many compelling stories. Shahrazad's wisdom won the king's love and trust. In doing so, she saved her life, as well as those of her fellow women of the kingdom. Meanings: wisdom gained from education, translating book learning into understanding. A teacher who will share with you what you are seeking. Using wisdom to transform a difficult situation for the better. I'm going to read it reversed, okay? Unwillingness to learn. Superficiality. Intimidated by intelligence or education. Feeling limited by a lack of knowledge or understanding, right? So we're applying the practical science magic to our everyday abundant, prosperous lives in every evolutionary, revolutionary kind of way that reigns supreme in our land. And that's amazing. All right, so for real, I gotta go. All right, love and alchemy to each other. What you? Yeah. Did you like it? Did you hit that notification?